Hello, all. Today is Wednesday, February 14th, 2018. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who celebrates it. What you're about to see is a video I put together of, well, it's my current progress as of today. Well, not progress, my current information as of today, as well as comparing it to where I was around this time last year to see what progress I made from 2017 to 2018, or if I made any progress whatsoever. So, yeah, check it out. Time for my weigh in. Today's newspaper. It's proof of date. Here we go. Measuring pounds, height 5'8", age 30, sex male. And here we go. Weight 315.6 pounds. Body fat percentage 41.3%. Muscle mass 36.7%. Body mass index 47.8. Body water percentage is 43.5%. At my heaviest last year, I was at 348 pounds. I'm now at 315. So though the process has been very slow and lots of ups and downs, I am at least lighter than I was around this time last year, better than being the same or heavier. So I'll definitely take it as a win. So here's my body to compare before and after, well, before and current. Don't really see much of a difference. I see all the same rolls and jiggle. I think I lost some of my stomach. According to the scale, I lost 30 pounds, just over 30 pounds. But I still have a long way to go, so I guess it's going to take a little bit long before I see any real physical changes. Still can't see any muscle through all the fat either. Scale also says I lost 10% body fat, but I don't put a lot of stock in that. That number seems to change depending on the time of day I stand on it. But as long as the number's going down, I gotta assume I'm losing at least some fat. As you see here, I also have my measurements posted. Those are in inches. I took them all myself, so they may not be 100% accurate, but like with the scale, as long as that number's going down, I gotta assume I'm losing some inches there. Here I am flexing my calves and thighs. Don't really see much difference here. I think my recent one, my calves look like they have a little bit less fat on them, but yeah, no real difference yet. Some pictures of my clothes fitting, still can't fit into them. Looks like I can close the shirt a little bit more, even though it can't come close to button it. Arms still don't fit all the way through the sleeves, but it does look like my jeans were able to go a little bit higher, so slowly but surely making progress. What you're now about to see is my fitness test, a couple workouts I plan doing every so often to see how I improve on physical fitness. Here I am running around this track, which is roughly a quarter of a mile. I tracked a couple things here. First of which is how far I can jog without stopping. Back in 2017, that was 1/16 of a mile, which is only a quarter of a way around this track before I got too winded and cramped up too much to continue. Whereas this year, I doubled it to 1/8 of a mile, which is roughly halfway around this track. Which isn't, great progress, but it is progress, twice as much. Hopefully it doesn't take me another year to make, to double it again to make a one whole lap. I also, well, the lap itself took me, back in 2017, took me 3 minutes and 47 seconds to complete. This year, it took me 3 minutes and 6 seconds to complete it, which means I took 41 seconds off my quarter mile, which is great progress if you ask me. And lastly is how long it took me to run 1 mile. Back in 2017, it took me 20 minutes and 6 seconds to complete a mile. Yes, 20 minutes to jog a mile. This year, it took me 16 minutes and 34 seconds to run a mile, which is still, not good, but definitely progress. I took 3 minutes and 32 seconds off of my mile, which, yeah, is great in my eyes. I'm still having all the same problems I've always had. I get exhausted way too fast, and I get these like terrible cramps that usually occur in my stomach, right side, and then sometimes back left, and yeah, it's terrible. It gets to the point where breathing becomes painful. I always have to walk it out until they go away, and then I start back up, and then they come back. Being exhausted definitely takes a lot out of me, and it's one of the major reasons I haven't improved yet. But the cramps, I mean, I would have almost caught my breath and normally be able to continue running, but then the cramps aren't gone yet, so that slows me down even more. And then what slows me down even more than that is by the time I hit the halfway mark, about a half mile in, my shins and my lower back starts hurting. The lower back, not so much, to the point where I can, kind of just hopefully adjust my posture enough and go through it. But my shins hurt so badly to the point where I have to walk or tiptoe to let them cool down, and I start back up, and it's like I would have completely caught my breath, be ready to run, but my shins will be hurting so much that I would have to wait for them to not hurt as much for me to be able to continue. So that, once the cramps are gone, and once, I don't know if the shin thing's cramping too, or muscle fatigue, or what. I mean, maybe I just need to wait until I get used to it or whatever, but as soon as those two things go, I know I'm be able to shed so much more time off of this. But yeah, this is just where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm trying to see how many push-ups I can do in 1 minute. Initially, I was able to do 7. Now I'm able to do 15, which means I more than doubled what I was able to do before. Um, Still not great. My posture is obviously still terrible, but I'm counting them for now. I really haven't been doing too much muscle training overall, let alone lately, so no real surprise I haven't been able to do that much more, but it's progress. Here I am running the bleachers, beginning to end. See how that compares. Last year, it took me 1 minute and 17 seconds to complete this. More recently, it took me 57 seconds to complete it, which means I shed 20 seconds off of this, which is a great achievement in my eyes anyway. I was still very much exhausted by the time I hit the halfway mark, but I was just better able to push through it. Also didn't cramp up as quickly as I normally did. Legs were still killing me. I think one of my biggest problems now is not getting confused on the steps, especially going up. I look at the stairs, I feel like I'm gonna get, dizzy, lose my place and fall. I don't look at the stairs, I feel like I'm gonna lose my place and fall. So another accomplishment I had here was that I was able to complete the entire thing without stopping. And to many, that may not seem like much, but as you can see, back in 2017, I wasn't able to, a little past the halfway mark. I had to walk the rest out, and even then I was, pushing myself. So yeah, just another thing I'm proud of. Here I am trying to see how many subs I can do in 1 minute. Initially I was able to do 15, now I'm able to do 20. Not a huge improvement, only added 5 to it, but it is an improvement. Still have a lot of stomach in the way from being able to do these properly. Not to mention I really neglect working out my abs. I know it's an important muscle group, the core muscles and all, but it hurts a lot and stays that way for a while. It makes doing literally every other workout that much harder, dealing with that pain. But obviously it's important to work out your abs and build that tolerance and all that. So I will be adding more to this very soon. Here I am running a 50-yard sprint as fast as I can. Initially I was able to do it in 12 seconds. Now I'm able to do it in 10. Taking away 2 seconds off, of course. Making progress. I'm still unable to do even a single pull-up or chin-up, but silver lining is, before I wasn't able to hold my weight up for even a fraction of a second. Now I'm able to hold it up for a few seconds, and on top of that, I have a slight bend in my elbow. So I'm going to take it as a win for now. So there you have it. That's where I'm currently stand, as well as any progress I've made since last year. Not a lot. In all reality, all this progress should have been done within the first 2 months. But it is what it is, and I will take it, because if I was where I was, especially if I was exactly where I was a year ago, it would have ruined everything. That's why I track so many things, so I can actually point at it and see I have made progress. Not a lot, but progress. In all reality, my heaviest weight overall was around 370 pounds, so if I want to go that far back, being 315 is pretty good. But anyway, my heaviest as of last year was 348, I think it was. So 32 pounds, which isn't bad. Even though the lightest I have gotten is down to 310, at least that's what I weighed myself at. So I don't know if I went lower, without weighing myself. But so 310's the low bar. And I'm especially happy with the results, since I can honestly say I haven't really put forth a lot of effort. Consistency is key, and I'm never, or at least I'm very rarely consistent. I'll usually a 50-50, half the week will go, do everything right, and the last half I'll mess up, negating everything I already did, or it doesn't even take half. I'll do 5 good days, 2 bad days puts me right back at the starting line. So I have to get better at becoming consistent, and until I am, I can't really expect too much better than this. I couldn't even expect it. So yeah, it's time to start making this a real priority. I keep saying that I am. I keep saying that this is going to be different. Something's going to change, and it never does. And like I said, don't know if now it's going to be any different, but I am going to strive for it. Right now, currently, all I have going on that really needs to be done is work and this. So, I need to focus on it now before other things start, piling up and get. Another thing I'm going to try to keep track of is this page, as well as my Instagram page, which is JCF2F 1014, I think. I'll put the words somewhere here in case I'm wrong. Because I know that, I believe that keeping up with this will help motivate me forward. I'm tired of keep coming on here and saying how I'm not doing everything properly, or messing up, or just disappearing for long stretches of time. I truly do believe if I just focus on making sure I have a video up regularly, interacting with all you all, because I do read the comments, but I've gotten into the habit of not responding, which I'm gonna start doing that more as well. On this page, I want to have a video up every week, or bi-weekly, or every 2 weeks. Also, like I said, I have the Instagram page, which I will be putting random things up, as they happen. Maybe what meals I'm eating, or what workouts I am doing, or something. Only time will tell if this time will be any different than any of the others, but I did make progress, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, that's all my information. And I will see you very soon with hopefully some results. Let's see.